welcome back. In this video we'll be talking about Azure User Flows. So before going into the practicals, let's go ahead and see what Azure User Flows are. So let's consider you have created an application. Let's say it's application A, and whenever user tries to log into this application A, he'll be prompted to login page in which he has to use Microsoft credentials. So you want to include some other social media, platforms like Google or Facebook. You want to include this. So for this you can use a concept called Azure User Flows, and apart from this you can also include multi-factor authentication, or let's say whenever the user creates his login, you want to get access to this username. So you want to access this username or his first name and last name and so on. So you want to have this information whenever he logins to it. So for this you can use a concept called user flows. So you can include everything in these user flows. So we'll be looking into that just in a minute. So let's open our Azure Active Directory. Click that, and under manage you can see there is a column called external identities. So click that, and under self-service sign up you can see there is a column called user flows. So basically the user flows is a feature of Azure Active Directory B2C, which is business to consumer, that simplifies the process of adding user authentication and authorization to applications. So it provides a graphical interface that allows developers to create and consume the user journey, specifically how users should be authenticated and authorized. This simplifies the implementation of these functions, reducing the time and complexity required. Azure User Flows also provide a range of built-in features such as multi-factor authentication and social logins, which we have just talked in just in a second, and that can be added in the application with ease, ensuring that they are secure and compliant with industry standards. Overall, Azure User Flows simplifies identity management for applications, making it easier for developers to create their applications without worrying about authentication and authorization. So that is the definition of Azure User Flows. So if you click the Azure User Flows, so I've also created a blog. If you want to check that, you can check. So I'll be keeping those links in the description for you to watch. So let's click User Flows. There you go. So let's go ahead and click one new user flow in which you have to specify the name. So let's say it's application A. So here you can see identity providers. Right now I can add a Microsoft account. I can add only this one, or email one-time password, or you can collect the attributes from the user when he's trying to log in. So in which you can add his surname or given name, or the relevant columns. You can see, so these are different columns that we have added. So I'll just show you in a minute like how these are added. So just click OK and create. So it will be created. So you can see we have created an application A user flow. So right now if you check, you can see there is a custom user attributes. So these are the columns that we have just seen before. So if you want to add any other column, you can add and specify the data type, and you can add the description. So this description will be here. So based on that you can add. So apart from that, so let's go to the user flows and click that. So if you see the identity provider, we only have Microsoft account. So if you click here, so let's manage identity providers, and you can see we have different options here. You can add Google, Facebook, or any third-party providers. So you have to just click Google and add the client ID and client secret, which you can find in Google Developer Console. So similarly you can do with the Facebook and other providers, and you can access them. So that is one thing. So if I go back here, user attributes we already talked, and one more thing is, so we have created this application, right? We have to link to these two. So for that we have to add this application to that user flow. Right now we have not added. So if you click the application, so let's say you have created an application A. In this case I have not created it, but just wanted to show you that. So if you add the application, your application will be here. So whenever you create any application, you can find those applications and you have to just click it and select. So you can access those attributes in your application. So whenever you try to log in or your clients try to log into those web page, they'll be prompting to that starting login page. So if you have used Google, then obviously like he can log in, he or she can log in through Google, and you can collect those user attributes which you want them to collect. So maybe your first name, job title, and so on. So that is the concept of user flows. So I hope you guys have understood the concept of today's video, and if you like the video, please click the like button below, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. Thanks everyone.